Today is Workers' Day. Our reporters are out and about today looking at how workers are coping after a particularly tough year. The country's unemployment rate reached a record high at more than 7 million people at the end of 2020. Many are demanding that government do more to create jobs and to protect those who are currently employed. Aviu Mdila has been watching the situation from Johannesburg. Nobesutu Hejana will join us from Cape Town. But let's go first to KZN in Durban, in fact, and speak to Lethiwe Mhluli. And Lethiwe, you're able to give us the view this lunchtime on what unions are saying this Workers' Day.
Well, Tembegile, a lot of unions that I've been speaking to are saying that there's nothing to celebrate this Workers' Day, as most of the workers have been are unemployed, and some of them have actually lost their jobs. We know that the country is performing badly when it comes to the economy because mainly of COVID-19. A lot of countries are still fighting the pandemic, and as a result, a lot of businesses had to close down. I've been speaking to unions today and also some workers, just basically finding out how some of the challenges that they are faced with, and most of the workers are saying that they cannot live with the current salaries that they have, and they are asking government to increase their salaries because they are unable to make a decent, they are unable to pay for a lot of things. But right now I'm joined by the SATU Provincial Secretary Nomarashia Kaluza, who's going to basically share some of the challenges that the workers are facing. Good afternoon. We've been speaking to a lot of unions and workers as well about some of the challenges that workers are facing, especially now during COVID-19. Can you please just share some of the challenges that workers are facing?
It's true, we are in a very difficult times where there's COVID and there's a reversal of workers' rights, which we're supposed to be celebrating tomorrow as it is the first. So some of the challenges that we are faced with, in particular in education, is that there's a lot of exploitation as workers are expected to work beyond the hours agreed in terms of the Basic Conditions of Employment Act, the non-payment of the grade R teachers, the non-filling of vacancies, meaning that those that are available are overworked. But most importantly, to match the standard, because as economies is behaving badly and with salaries not being augmented, that of public servants, we are seeing on the other side that the cost of living is going up, the prices are high, there's a lot of demand in terms of the things that people must have at home to also survive and adapt to these times of COVID. Medical aids have gone up and all that, and without the augmentation or the adjustment of salaries, it just makes it difficult because the standard of living is going down in terms of what they have currently.
And some workers that I've been speaking to are saying that they need unions to speak to government regarding their wage increases.
Yes, they are correct. You know that in terms of the implementation of the last leg of the collective agreement of 2018, we are in the Constitutional Court, and we are hoping that the processes that will unfold from August will yield some positive results. But currently, there are negotiations. As you know, there's a deadlock. As unions and union leadership, we must continue to fight and give hope to the workers. But government must realize and acknowledge, appreciate the work that public servants are doing, and also understand that even though there's COVID, but the economy, what has been wrong, what has been happening in the country must not, and workers must not be the scapegoats of the wrong things. The fact of the matter is that we have laws, we have collective agreements, we have acts in the country, and they must be respected. The collective bargaining is one of the things that we achieved through democracy. Is something that we must be celebrating tomorrow, but we are seeing the erosion of all those things by the same government.
Thank you so much, Ma. So, Tembegile, as you can hear, a lot of unions are basically saying there's nothing to celebrate this Workers' Day, as a lot of workers at the moment are facing major challenges.
Lethiwe is in Durban. Another